Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing fine. Today, Mama Sarah is not going to be with us, so I will be teaching this session. If you had any question, please feel free to write it in the chat, and I will try to keep my eyes on the chat. So today we will be talking about padding, margin, and outline. So first of all, I want to show you what padding is. Share, okay. Sorry, as you know, my laptop is actually not fast at all. This is not new. Okay. Okay, let's say we have a writing right here. This is a paragraph. Okay, and then we have another paragraph right here. Okay, if we give it a border, let's say it's a red border for this one. And this is another border. So padding is, I'm gonna show you exactly what it is. So from the element, let me see, maybe this color. So from the element, which is the writing, until the border, this is padding, okay? This is from left, this is from top, and from left, it depends how much the padding is, we give it. And from the bottom, this is padding, okay? This is for padding. Okay, what about margin? So margin, so first of all, let me make it really clear. So padding is the distance between the border from the inside to the element. For example, we have this writing in the element is paragraph. So from the writing until the border, this is padding. Okay, what about margin? For margin is the distance between one border of an element to another border from another element. So this distance, let me use another color, maybe green. So this distance to this distance. So this distance, this one, this is margin. And if this is our if this is our website, this is like the website. Okay, let me get another one. Okay, so also from this border, okay, to the line of our website, also this one is margin. And this one is margin as well. So now we know the distance from one border to another border from different elements, that's margin. And we have one other thing, which is called outline. What is outline? So outline, there's a space between one line outside the border. For example, it could be something like this. I can say this blue like this. This is the outline. Anyways, I hope this is clear. Now that I talked about this, let's go to our codes. I'm gonna start another one, but I would like to copy the same things here. Mhm. Okay, let me save it real quick. I'm gonna save it on desktop. I'm gonna name it afternoon CSS dot HTML. Save. Okay, so what do I have? I have the head, I have style, I only have a background color, which is beige, and this is it for the body. Okay, now let me also delete these IDs. Let's do it practically, what I've just wrote for you. Okay, if we have an ID, which is the name is A, for example, I'm gonna start with a border. Let it be solid 3-pixel red. Okay. I'm sorry. I think my laptop today is getting even worse than usual. Okay. Solid 3-pixel red. Okay, after the border, let me have background color. Let it be gray. And let me use this format for example, for my first heading. I'm gonna call it here, ID is equal to A. Okay. And we will apply each of padding, outline, and margin as well. And we will see the difference. Okay, so I had the website on my desktop. This was it. Okay, now you can see this is the border that I gave, and the background is gray, the border is red, which is solid, and it's 3-pixel. Okay, let me give it a width as well, because I think it's too big. Width is, let's say, 30%. Save. Okay, this is so much better. Okay. Now let's try padding. We have, let's not forget the semicolon. We have padding. Once you write padding, you're gonna see we have padding bottom, we have padding left, padding right, and padding top. If you want to give each of them a different length, a different width, or a different dimension, we'll have to write padding. Okay. And for example, we start from top, padding top. And after writing sorry. So for padding top, we have, for example, I can give it 20 pixel. And let's say padding bottom, I'm gonna give it 15 pixel. Of course, pixel, this is length. This is a length measurement. It's like how we have centimeter, we have meter, we have miles, and pixel is a really small measurement. Then we have padding right. Let us say 10%, 10 pixel, and padding left. I want it to be really visible, so I'm gonna give it 30 pixel. Okay, I'm gonna save it, and now we're gonna see the difference. Okay, do you see? So, and this one is not working because I forgot the dash, right? And now you're gonna see the left side. This one. There you go. So we see now this distance, like from the border to the writing, this is the padding. I gave each of them a different padding, and you can see it. Okay, if I want to try margin, I want to give this P. I will have to have another border for the paragraph under it, like for this one, so you can see the difference, how the margin it affects it when I change the dimension, when I change the numbers. Okay, I'm gonna give it the same thing. Border solid 3. Okay, save. Okay, and I'm gonna give them width as well. 30%, the same thing. Save. Okay, now it's time for me to give it what? Except for padding, I'm gonna give the same thing. Of course, this is for H1. You see, I called the ID here, so I'm still working on the A ID. Okay, I'm gonna go down to margin. Yes, we have margin, the same thing like padding. We have margin bottom, left, right, top, or margin alone. So if I want to give each, again, like for bottom, top, left, right, all of them different numbers, I'm gonna do the same thing like padding. I have margin top, for example, 20 pixel. I have margin bottom. I'm gonna give it 30 pixel. I have margin left. I can give it 12 pixel. Actually, I want these numbers to be big so you can see it. I'm gonna give it 17 maybe. And margin right, I can give it 10 pixel. Save. Now you can see before I refresh it, it's like this. Okay, after I refresh it, you can see it changed. Like this is the margin from left, the margin from bottom, from this border to this border, and this is margin from top, the border of the website until the border of my element. So this is margin, and from the left and from the right, even if I put 0, I still have so much. It will be counted from here. Okay. Until now, is it clear? What is padding and what is margin? Okay, very good. If it's not clear, please stop me so I can repeat it for you. Okay, so now I want to talk about outline. Okay, so when I write outline, I have what? I have three. Yes, Mijda, thank you. We have outline color, outline style, outline width. Let's start with outline style. For the style, let me have dotted. It's the same thing as border. So for the styles, you have the same styles for border. We had dotted, we had dashed, we had solid. So you can use any of them for outline as well. And then we have outline color. Let's pick a color. Let's pick green. And finally, we have outline width. This is the same as border. It could be either thick or thin. So I want a thick one. Yes. Thank you, Mijda. And you can see, so the thickness, the width is thick, the color is green, and the style of the outline is dotted. Let's see what will happen. This will happen to what? It will happen to IDA, and IDA, we called it an H1 for good afternoon. So now let's check it. There you go. We have what? We have the outline. We said the outline is the line that's outside the border. And we can see it is thick, it is green, and it is dotted. Okay, so that is outline. Okay, let's try it for something else. Let's have after the A, let's have another one, IDB this time. We're gonna try the dimensions in a different way. Let me have border, let it be dashed 6 pixel pink. After that, let the width be 40%. Let me have, maybe we don't need background color. Let's just go with padding. This time, instead of writing 4 dimensions, instead of writing both bottom, right, left, top, I can give it like this. I could just say padding 10 pixel, 15 pixel, 20 pixel, and 30 pixel. So as you know, the first one is for top, then right, then bottom, and then left. You remember, right? It's like the clock, the direction of the clock. It's like this. So the first number will be top, this one. The second number will be right. This is the 15. And the bottom is the third number. And the last one is left side. So this is the 30 for left side of the padding. Okay. Then after that, I have what? I can add a margin. Okay, so my question is, what if instead of 4 numbers for margin, I have only 2 numbers? Like we have 20 pixel and 12 pixel. Now, what is 20 pixel for and what is 12 pixel for, guys? This is a question. Does anyone know? The 20 pixel, yes, thank you, Shema. But no, the first one, yes, Kak Salman, thank you. So The first one is for top and bottom. Be careful, Shema, not top and right. The first number will be for top and bottom. The second number will be for right and left. Thank you. Okay, after that, let me get rid of the pen. Okay. Yes, thank you, Mijda. And yes, exactly, Fennec. So the opposite directions, top and bottom, left and right. Okay, now we already know padding and margin, but this time I want to have something different, okay? We have outline offset, okay? And let's let it be 3 pixel. Actually, let this be solid so you can see the difference. Okay, I have this one, but now I'm gonna call it for this P. For today, we will talk about padding. I'm gonna say ID is equal to B between double quotation mark, because this is the name of our ID. Save. Okay. So there's something wrong because the outline offset is not working. Let's give it the color. Let it be red. Outline style. Let it be solid. Let's see now if it will work. Okay, now it's working. So what I forgot to give the outline a color and a style. I wrote the outline, let it be solid, and the color is red. But when I say offset is 3 pixel, it's gonna give me what? It's gonna give me this space between the border, which is the pink, and the outline, which is the red one. So I have this little white space. This is the offset, okay? So if you saw something like this, don't tell me this element, it has 2 borders. No, it is a border inside and the outline outside, but since there's a space between them, this is the outline offset. So it's up to me if I want to make this bigger. I can give it a bigger number, for example, 8. Now you can see the offset, the space between them is bigger. Okay, so far clear? Guys, is it clear so far? Okay, good. Thank you, yes. I want to show you something. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, if we have this, so I don't want to start writing the codes without you knowing what I am trying to do. I want to make this one. Each of these is a different container. So how do I make these? Okay, so first thing, I start with what? I'm gonna try to go on a different sheet. I'm gonna, or maybe I can just delete these. I'm gonna delete all of these until here. Yes. I don't mind, let the background be that color. First thing, I'm gonna have a body. I can give in the body margin if I want. So let the margin be 0, 0, 0. And for the left, we might need 2 pixels. Yeah. Okay. After that, I'm gonna have 3 IDs. So I will have let me show you, for each of these, I will have a different ID and I will use it as inside a div later on. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna call it, the first one, I'm gonna call it left, for the left container, for the left box. That will be the name for it. I'm gonna have what? First of all, I'm gonna have float. The float is, of course, this one is on the left. Yes, thank you, Majid. So the float will be left. Okay, after that, I have a background color. If I want to make the same thing, I'm gonna write the background color is green. Okay, the width. So let me tell you the dimension that I'm working on. I want this width to be 25%. This one I want to be 50%, and this one to be 25%. Okay, أما نصاب سبنجي بانيكي همو ويب سايت كم بيت أما لصاب بنجا أما لصاب سبنج كاتا هم بهمية كاتشا نكات لصاصة كاتا هم ويب سايت كم دايجيركا جماعة أنا أريد هاي البوكس يكون 25% من الطول لو العرض مال الويب سايت مالتي، هاي 50% وهاي 25 همين بالمية، فيكون كلهم سوا 100%. Okay, so I'm gonna say the first box we said let it be 25%. This is the width, and after that we have a height. Let the height be, so the height is this is the height. Okay, this length, this is the height. I'm gonna give it 30 pixel. So of course you can see all of the boxes, they have the same height. So don't forget, after that we will use for the other boxes the same height, 300 pixel. Okay, we have float, background color, width, height, and we also have, we can have padding, or I can add this later, but it's also better if we have padding. So for the padding, as you can see, only from the left side I can give it, or I can give it from all of the sides, is up to me. I can give it all of them 2 pixel if I want from the all of the sides. It's up to me. Okay, so this is for the left box. Okay, let's come to the middle box. Again, I have an ID. I'm gonna call this box middle. I will have the same thing as these, but I will change them according to what I want. I have float. Again, I'm gonna say float left. Okay, because first it will do this one for me. Second, it will again use this one, and it will be put next to my left container. Okay, so the background color is, let me see what it was. It's blue, powder blue, probably. Powder blue. The width, this one we said is 50%. It's the middle one. And we have the height, 300 pixel. And we have the padding as well. Again, I can also, this time I can have, for example, 3 pixel, it doesn't really matter. Or I can have 0, 0, 0, and 3 pixel. Okay. This time I have the last one, which is the right box, or the right container. I'm gonna name it right. I have the same thing again, but this time the float is what? It's from the right. Okay. I can have background color again. This one is it's kind of not red, not orange, so it's tomato, which is a cute color. After that, we have the width. The width this time is have to be 25 as well. Now we can see I have 25 plus 50. This is 75 plus 25. This is 100. So it's perfect. So after the width, I have the height. The height is, let's not forget the semicolon. The height again is 300 pixel. And finally, the padding, again, is up to me. I can have the padding 0, 0, 0, 2 pixel from the left. Okay, I'm gonna save it now. Now that I have all of the boxes, I will need what? I will need something inside the body to write it. Let me real quick delete these. So inside the body, I'm gonna cut these. I will use it later. Inside the body, first of all, we're going to need the biggest div that will contain all of the other divs that we have. So this is like one big box that will have all of the 3 boxes inside of it. Okay, I'm going to start with my first box. Let me close it before I start doing anything else. So, okay, inside this div, I can give it what? I can call it ID. I can call the ID here. I have ID. The name of the first one was left. Okay. And inside this div, I can have what? I can have, for example, an H1 and this P. Okay, let's go back and look at it. This is not what I was working on. This is the one that I was working on. Okay, now you can see I only have this right now. Okay. Okay, let's add the other divs. So this is the biggest div. This is the smaller div. So after the small div, which we made for left, we will have middle and right to make as well. I can just copy and paste these. But this time, instead of left, I will write middle. Okay. And then I will have another one for my right. So you can see this is the ID here. And here I call it again. Okay, let me save it. Okay, so now I can see there's an issue. These two, they're fine, but this one, it seems like it's a little bit bigger. Okay. So how can I fix this? I'm gonna go back to the style. I will have to add one thing if I want to make this like this one. Where is it? This one. Okay. There's one little thing that I have to add before the body. I'm gonna write a star, which is the what? It's universal selector. And I'm gonna open the bracket. I'm gonna write box sizing border box. Save. Let's see if it's fixed now. Okay, so did I forget something? Okay, I forgot that dash. So once I write this, box sizing, it's a border box. You can see now all of them that are fitted in the same line. Now, let me add a few things, a few more things that are here. We have a border and we have offset as well. We can see it. Outline, I mean. I can have it or I can just leave it. It's up to me. Okay. Inside here, after the pattern, I can add a border. Border, solid, yellow. Here I can have solid. Sorry, border, solid black. And the last one, maybe solid navy. I can give it, for example, a 3 pixel here, 4 pixel is up to me, but it's not really that important. This was ours. Yes, now I have it. I can even, instead of the solid, I can use, for example, inset. Not sure if you'll be able to see the difference though, because it's next to the black one. Yeah. Anyways, you can also add outline. You can add whatever else you would like. You can add margins if you want. But we already have a margin in the body. Okay, so for for this one, if you want to make the same thing as this one, for example, this highlight right here, but if we want to use the CSS, what am I gonna do? I can have inside the style tag, I can have another, for example, let's have a class now. I'm gonna call this S. Okay, I can have a background color that'll be gray, and the text color is white, like the photo, like the other website that we had already. I can also have a font size. 12 pt. Let's see. So I'm gonna do what? For example, I have this paragraph. Today we will talk about padding. If I want to change, we'll talk about to only apply this format on it. I'm gonna give a span right here. Span. Okay, now I can give the class to the span. I can say class is equal to, and the name of the class is what? Is S. You can see it here. S, save. Okay, now let me go back and check. Okay, now you can see I have what? I have only this part highlighted in um, gray. The background is gray, let's say. The color of the text is white. And let me change this PT to, for example, 30 pixel. Let's see how that will change it. Okay, you can see only this part got really big. So if you want to change the same thing in these others, you'll have to change, like give the span inside each of the divs. It's up to you. So is it clear so far, guys? Do you have any questions? Because this is it for today. This is everything. We took padding, margin, outline, and containers. So only Fennec understood everything. What about the others? Okay, I'm glad. So please don't forget about this box sizing, border box. This is very important. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing so that we can practice and see if anyone have any question or has a problem with their codes. Let me stop sharing.